Hey friends, welcome to a Cascade Gaming Diablo 4 Vault review dungeon. Okay, this is the last vault that I'm reviewing. We've got a level 42 Vault of Stone, so you know my absolute favorite vault. I always run into the Butcher in this one, so I guess we're going to see if we run into the Butcher in this one. We're sitting at level 95, so we've just hit 95. I think I picked a level 42, honestly, because I hate this dungeon so much. But everything's still one level above us. Hopefully it's not going to present too much of a challenge. Looks like we've got the Drifting Shade affix, my favorite, since I love stuff that I can potentially stand on and die. Got a bit of a sadistic streak, I guess. Honestly though, normally Drifting Shade, Stormbane's Wrath, Lightning Storm, what else? Potentially Volcanic, are like auto salvage. So, but I've run quite a few with Drifting Shade lately, and they haven't been too bad. You just have to kind of keep your attention like continuously split. It's like, okay, I've got to keep an eye out for the Drifting Shade, but honestly, there's so much fire and explosion going on. Like in things like the Vault of Ink or anything where there's lots of poison damage on the ground, Drifting Shade should definitely be a no-go. That's my recommendation anyway. You can do with that advice what you will. So if you're standing in the Drifting Shade when it lands, you can tell because everything goes dark and you just need to evade out of that straight away. Alright, so we got through the first phase, which is cool. So let's get into the vault proper. I think we run into a friend in here, so I think that's why I picked this one to do a review of. Just because, you know, vaults with friends are always fun. You know, it's a group activity. It's a group activity, so running into friends is always like 2 thumbs up. Alright, so I grabbed 3 stacks. Normally I only really need 2, but, you know, just on the off chance that you get like a bad room, somebody, like some enemy, like knocks you backwards into something, into traps, I find that it's good to have a buffer. Plus, if you're running vaults for the extra XP for your glyphs, you're going to pick up so many pearls of warding that using 3 instead of 2, it will literally make no difference. Except, you know, the potential for actually getting you good loot at the end. Alright, so that's kind of the path that I like to take normally in the Vault of Stone for that very first trap room. There are normally a few enemies standing just outside that doorway, so they try and hit you back into traps. Again, a reason why I pick up 3 stacks. But yeah, you just need to finish with at least 15, so you can literally be knocked into traps 15 times if you get 3 stacks, and it's not going to make a lick of difference. So there's 1 chest that's 10, 1 that's 4, and 1 that's 1. And then you obviously get the standard dungeon completion chest as well. But by getting the extra stones, then you can like upgrade your companion's stones as well. So like the shield breaker and things like that, and his like general shield and his like stunning and blocking and all that sort of stuff. So just depending on what kind of build you go for him. I think by this time I've got everything that I use is up to level 10, so this is kind of like the end of vaults for us, which is like a little bit sad because it has been quite fun content. I do actually really like the trap rooms. I would just like a little bit more variety. Basically every time you do the Vault of Stone, the Vault of Ink, the Vault of Cinders, Vault of Copper, it's kind of the same layout every single time you go in there. So, you know, it's a little bit I'm not gonna say disappointing. I don't think it's disappointing. It's underwhelming. That's the word for it. It is underwhelming. Once you've run it a few times, which I did on normal mode, I ran them a few times just so that I could get the hang of the layout of everything. But yeah, it becomes a bit underwhelming very quickly. If it wasn't for the extra glyph XP, I definitely wouldn't still be running them. And I would only be doing them for whispers when they pop up. So, that's up to you. I mean, it is like a quick, relatively quick way to get some XP. Sucked in trap. Uh, sorry. Yeah, it is a relatively quick way to get some decent XP, so, you know, you might want to keep running them. Like, you can kind of just, like, go turn off brain, just play game mode. So if you just duck around the corner there, right there, you can get into the next room without hitting a trap, so that's just a little bit more about timing. Yeah, so, I don't know, I don't mind the idea of trapped vaults as a whole. I would like more trapped dungeons, actually. You know, take away, like, the 100,000 packs of elites that they have, and replace a few of those with trapped rooms. It's just a thought on Cass's brain that she thought would be interesting. Of course, that being said, I want to do, like, get paragons and stuff like this, so, and when I say paragon, I mean D3 style paragon, so once you, like, hit max level 100, you can still progress further, like, further paragon levels like you do with D3, but apparently it's not in the code. I don't know, I'd like to see that. I think that would bring some meaningful endgame content to the game instead of, you know, you really having to create your own fun, which is what I do by setting myself challenges to play weird builds or to, like, try builds that shouldn't work, or to play in hardcore, or just set myself, like, silly challenges like I want to get all of the achievements and things like that. So anyway, instead of basically having to create your own end game, the game would do it for you. I don't know. It's just, this is just the musings of someone who's played, like, hundreds of hours of this game. Alright, so we've got our Keystone. Oh, I heard some music. I heard some music, you guys. Yes! This is the Son of Malphas one. Let's go! Alright, so remember, Son of Malphas, 3 stages. Lightning, fire, poison. And then we've got the bonus of the stupid dungeon affix that we chose, which is great. Because every time he jumps up in the sky, he, like, leaves a little, I don't know, a circle where he's about to land, so you know where not to stand. So, like, just over there in the corner, it's like, ah, there he goes, he's gonna land there. He doesn't seem to be going down quite as fast as he normally would. And I think I'm putting that down to, I've got Aspect of Inner Calm on. I'm not saying that Aspect of Inner Calm is bad. It actually works really well, but you kind of have to be pretty mobile for this fight. So I'm already down to, like, only 5 potions, which is awesome. Hopefully he drops a few more here, because I don't think I died to this. I don't think I died, so I'm just really keeping my fingers crossed that I actually played this smart instead of, like, a complete dum-dum. Alright. So the Hydras and the little Seneschal companion are a really great distraction for him, so you can kind of stand back a little bit. I'm not sure how the other classes go with the Son of Malphas, because I've only played Sorcerer this season. I've tried Rogue, I've tried Necro. I got pretty high on my Necro, actually, and I didn't have, like, a bad time. It just wasn't the build for me. This is the kind of build for me. So I've got minions, but I'm also doing damage, whereas the Necromancer minion build, it feels very much like, go minions, go and fight, and I'm just going to stand over here in the corner and have, like, a can of Coke. You know, you just, like, I'm just going to sit back and sip a drink, basically. Whereas with this build, it doesn't feel like that as much, so your minions go down, they do damage, but then you're perfectly capable of doing damage too. Also, you want to stand out of the way of that big smack with the sword because he is a bully. Alright, we're down to... Oh shit, we're down to 0 health potions. This is gonna involve, like, some darting and trickery because we've still got the friggin' drifting shade. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please don't tell me I died in this one. I'd be so disappointed. Alright, he hit me on the landing. We did it! Oh, that is what you call a close call. Holy bejeebus. Alright. So let's keep going. So we're at the lever shortcut. Do we want to take the lever? Actually, I can't remember if I take this lever or go the long way around. No, I was gonna go take the long way around. Nope, I'm risking it. Okay. Good job, me. Alright, that wasn't too bad. There's poison on the ground. Don't stand there. Oh my god. It's like it's just funny looking back at like previous dungeons and then I got hit. I got hit. I'm just like trying to take out that friggin' pylon. Yeah, it's funny looking back at previous dungeons and being like, no, go this way, when I know perfectly well that I can't tell my past self to do that. And then if I had to do it again, I'd probably do it exactly the same way. Alright. So we're waiting, we're trying to avoid the rest of the traps. We're getting we've got some more healing potions though, which is really good. Because we definitely don't want to grab that healing marl, because it is most likely cursed. Speaking of cursed, here's the friggin' drifting shade again. So I've got about 9.5k health? Maybe, yeah, maybe a little less, I don't know. It's like, it's between like 8.5 and 9.5k health. So it seems like the initial drifting shade pop, you can survive it with that amount of health. But it could also be dependent on armor as well, so I'm not going to pretend that I know the min-max stats of the drifting shade. Okay, I think we've got the boss room here now. We're just waiting for our cooldown. See, smart gameplay. We do learn. We do learn. And I put some points into attack speed. That's good. Alright, who have we got? The Headsman. Alright. So we're just gonna have to try and stay like in the middle of this room, but avoid the drifting shade. This is a great affix. Man, I should have just auto-deleted that shit when I got it. It's insane. I do not like that. It's like poison on the ground, drifting shade on the ground, everything's on the ground, and I can't escape. Oh my gosh. Why is this happening to me? Okay, the Headsman's there. So hopefully we can pull him in and get some meteor down on the top of his head. There we go. Meteor for the win. 2 thumbs up for the Starfall Coronet, my friends. Look, and we finished the dungeon and the drifting shade still drops. So please, please don't do the mistake that I've done before. Get into this room, open your chest, open that grey chest, and officially finish the dungeon before you start celebrating. Okay, so I hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing. That was actually kind of a fun one to review, and I think that was a good one to be my last review of a vault, and potentially the last time I play a vault in the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the hilarity unfolding live, check out my Twitch, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, doing all those good things. Anyway. Love you all, and I will catch you really soon. Bye for now.